Okay, this is episode 2 of the Planet Coaster series, and in this episode I'm making my first roller coaster. It's going to be an RMC hybrid, kind of like the same build as Steel Vengeance. I got a lot of inspiration from it, and obviously it's the same um, type of roller coaster, I guess, that Planet Coaster gives you. And this roller coaster is not super long, it's just sort of a good first coaster for the park. And this video is basically me making it. So I think one of the things this game does the best is the roller coaster creation, because the way that they're created is just so smooth and easy. Like, I'm very inexperienced and I can create a roller coaster that's not that terrible. So I think that's one really good thing about the game. It did take me a minute to make this roller coaster, but I feel like the finished product is not that bad. And maybe later I'm gonna add like more themes and scenes to it, because right now it just looks like kind of a regular bland roller coaster. And I think if I add some sort of like scenery to it, whether it be like a room at the start or something, it would make it look a lot better. So maybe in a future episode, maybe the next episode, I don't know. But I started to finish the staff building, which I said in the last episode I did not like how it looked. It looked really weird. But I started to fix it, and I think it looks a little better. I don't think it shows in this video, but I will show it next time, or if I ever do an overview of the park, you'll see it. And I feel like the park is starting to come together. Next video, I'll probably add some more rides, maybe add some scenery to this. I don't really know yet. So earlier I added a big hill and a nice 2 bunny hills, but right now I added just inclined loop, and I think it goes well with the layout of the track. Right now I think I'm adding a corkscrew, and as you can see the coaster does not quite make it over, so I was just trying to find like a nice loop that would have the coaster to be able to go through, because right after those 2 airtime hills it's kind of losing speed. But I settled with the 80-degree inverted loop, and I think it worked out really nicely. Most of the parts of the coaster, like, I had a lot of trouble with the speed, which I think is something I need to work on. That's probably the most major flaw, is that the roller coaster is like most of the parts. Some of the elements in this, like, it goes by really slow, and sometimes that's cool, like in a loop or something, like Full Throttle for example, but in this it just doesn't really work. So right now I'm trying to fix up this turn because it's super intense, like the G-forces are crazy. It was like 9 or something, and I just had to fix that. And I'm not really using the smooth button, I'm just kind of trying to do it myself. I guess it worked out a little. It's better than not working out at all. But now I'm adding an end segment. I think I end up adding a corkscrew. I don't remember. But, oh yeah, that's what I added. Yeah, I think it fit in really nice. G-forces are terrible on this, but it's not the greatest roller coaster ever. Honestly, I don't like it that much, but for first coaster, I think I need to add some theming to redeem itself, because as it is, it's just kind of like, meh. I think what I'm going to add at the start is like a room during the lift hill, where like something goes wrong, like an earthquake or something, because I called the ride the Escape, like thinking that I was going to add something that you're like escaping, maybe like the Kraken animatronic or something cool like that would just make the ride seem sort of interesting, because for this just to be a roller coaster, like, it's not that good for just a roller coaster. But if I added some cool special elements to it, then I feel like it would be a much better ride, and that I would be more proud of it, because it's kind of a small, short, I mean, it has a nice first drop, but like, it's kind of a short coaster, to be honest. Every once in a while when I'm building a ride, I like to like look at the POV to make sure everything's not too snappy. Right now it looks crazy, but that's just because it's on 3 times speed. But it didn't look that bad. There were a couple moments like that one where it was just like, oh, I need to change that. And I feel like most of the roller coaster building thing in this game is just a lot of perfecting the layout, because you get the layout done in like 5 minutes, maybe 10 if you're building a bigger coaster, but you just have to make sure everything's not so snappy. There's not as much G-forces, the people aren't getting scared. Like, as you can see, I have the fear thing, and like everything is just red. So I had to fix that or else no one would ride it. A little bit of green during the end, but that's just a must fix in Planet Coaster. For my next ride, I'm thinking I might do like a log flume or a river rafting ride. Just something sort of cool. Maybe like a dark ride. Something less roller coaster, but more just like, I don't know, Disneyland, I guess? Like something like that. Like just a nice ride that you can like chill out, or if it's a water ride you can get wet on if it's a hot day. Just something like that. Because like this ride is obviously super intense and I gotta add some stuff that's not as intense. Because in Planet Coaster you want to have like adults, teens, and kids going to your park. That's the way to make the most money. I mean, I'm in sandbox mode, so it doesn't really matter how much money I have. But just basing it off of like the challenge mode, you want to have as many different types of people as you can, because that will help you gain profit, and that's in real life too. But in this game there's a lot of things you can do to do that, like creating kiddie rides and thrill rides and different types of food and restaurants and just stuff like that to help that out. I feel like as I play more and more Planet Coaster, I get better and better by like a lot. Like if I play for like 30 minutes, then I like double my knowledge. Maybe it's just because I don't know that much and just there's so much to learn. But I feel like hopefully while into this series I'll know a lot about this game and I'll be able to make super cool rides. Like I see some crazy parks on YouTube and stuff like that, and I don't think I'll ever be able to create stuff like that, but hopefully one day I'll be able to create something close to that. And it just takes a lot of practice and a lot of failure, but one day I'll get there and one day I'll create a cool park that I can share with people, and I'm really excited for that. There's not really much more to say about this ride, so I'll let you guys enjoy me finishing up and finalizing this ride. And if you like this video, then please subscribe and like and share with a friend, as that will help me out a lot. And I just appreciate you getting to the end of this video.